By now, you've had a chance to view the presentation and you're undecided on what course of action to take. That's okay. Again, this business is not about making an emotional decision. It's based on making a sound business decision that makes sense for you. So let's walk through a few of the common areas that people have questions with and see if we can help provide you the final pieces of information you need to truly decide who you are. There are 5 common questions that people have that can trip them up in making a final decision. They are, does the product really work? Can I really do it? Do I have the time? Can I afford it? And is it the right thing to do? Let's quickly walk through each one. First of all, you may be wondering, does the product really work? The answer is yes, the product really works, but don't take my word for it. Look at thousands of third-party studies and 20 years of history. The product is founded on chemistry that was developed for organizations like NASA. Also think about this. Would PT Palma, a multi-billion-dollar company, continue to spend millions of dollars purchasing this product and do so consecutively for 15 years if it didn't work? So you might be thinking, okay, but if it does work, and I get all of that, why am I just now hearing about it? That's a great question. Let me ask you, when you were paying $1.25 a gallon or 60 cents a liter respectively, did you care? That's the answer. Up until about 2 years ago, fuel was so inexpensive that frankly we didn't care. If the market doesn't care, there's no demand, which means there's no need for a product. As a matter of fact, in the patent issued by the US government, it clearly stated why the timing on the patent was so relevant. It said basically that in the mid-60s, the price of fuel and oil were really, really low, and for that reason, an increase in fuel efficiency was just really not considered sufficiently important. Today, since fuel and oil prices are 5 to 6 times those, the possibilities for increasing fuel efficiency are much more attractive. It just wasn't relevant until now. So then you might ask, okay, it works, it's relevant, why isn't everybody already using it? Why not just advertise and let everyone know about it? Well, here's why. The latest statistics from the Edelman Trust Barometer, the single most credible source for information on this topic, shows that less than 39% of people trust anything they hear from newspapers, radios, and it's even less for TV. The data clearly shows that the most trusted source for information is a peer. Sure, the company could go out and advertise, but they know that most people wouldn't even believe them because they don't trust what they hear. Instead of throwing money away in ineffective advertising, they'd rather just pay you to have you share what you know about the product because they understand that it's the only real trusted way to get the word out. So the product works, it has sound chemistry and science, mounds of test data proving its effectiveness, and thousands of people like you and me that see its benefits every day. It works. The next question you might be asking yourself is, can I really do this? Can I make an income and change my life? The answer to this is absolutely. At least it is for me. But the truth is, you have to know that answer for yourself. And the answer usually presents itself in the form of a question. Why would you want it to work for you? In the presentation video, I told you a little bit about my background and why I wanted to make a change, but let me tell you a little bit of the rest of the story. When I was pregnant with my second child, a little boy, I went to the hospital to deliver him while I was in the middle of a large multi-million-dollar project for the company I worked for. I had to have a C-section and my little boy was rushed to infant intensive care. I didn't even get to see him for more than 12 hours. By the time I did get to see him, I was laying in a hospital bed, recovering from surgery, talking on the phone, while my baby boy laid there with me, unable to hold him and love him like I wanted to. That was the last straw for me. I was passionate about it. I was passionate about changing. I was passionate about being where I wanted to be when I wanted to be there, and it drove me to succeed. Your ability to succeed is merely a function of how bad you want it. This business is not complicated, and I can guarantee you that we can show you how to do it and how to do it well. We have so many tools in place that all you really need to do is learn to push play. If you can do that, you'll succeed if you want it. Many people also wonder if they have time to do this business on top of everything else they've got going on. Well, this is an interesting thing. Time is something nobody has enough of, really. So it comes down to a matter of willingness to allocate the time for a greater purpose. Let me give you an example. Did you know that if you had a pile of sand, a pile of big rocks, and a pile of small rocks, and you tried to just put them all in a jar, They wouldn't fit, not even close. But if you start with the big rocks, then put in the little rocks and fill it all in with the sand, it all fits in the jar just fine. You have the time to do this business. It's a matter of prioritizing and making it happen. What I would do is ask you this question. Do you have the time not to do it? How much time do you have left until you're going to want to retire? How much time do you have left until you're going to want to travel and do things you've always wanted to do? Are you getting any closer to reaching that? Is time stopping for you to allow you to get closer? You don't have time not to do this business. Many people also worry about the money, the initial and monthly investment in product required to get going. Well, if this was a traditional model, I'd worry too. But because of the nature of this product and its ability to generate income just by using it, coupled with our system for making big dollars through the Silver Pro Speedway, you'll always get your money back if you just work. It just requires you talking to a few people about a terrific product. I mean, really think about it. How many people do you know that would be willing to pay $20 to $25 for the chance to save $40 to $60? It's kind of a no-brainer. Do that 4 times a month, use the product yourself, and you'll never even come out of pocket. At the end of the day, if you see the opportunity but the money up front is truly an enormous issue, talk to the person that invited you and they can show you how to make it possible to at least get started now and grow with the business in a financial model that'll work for you. The final question I often get asked is people are deciding whether or not to do this business or be a customer. They often ask, is it the right thing for me to do? I just don't know. Well, whether it's the right thing or not is completely a personal question and decision. I would contemplate the facts that you have an opportunity to engage in this business in its infancy, which is pretty rare. To have a product that people actually save more money than they spend, that you can sell to anyone from a single car driver to a commercial fleet of vehicles and make 25% on what they buy. Even if you're still undecided, talk to the person that showed you this video because there may be an opportunity for you to dip your toe in the water before you dive all the way in. We would hate for you to miss out on the greatest opportunity of your life. Oh, how many times I wish I would have invested in Apple stock while the prices were low. Again, the choice is yours, but we hope you join us and take that first step toward a great new future.